Hey, here we go. Tea with Tom and Alice.
Tom's just said, I don't know what this week is and he's not ready to go. But that's why we just got
That's
to
the
get
beauty
going.
of these videos.
Yeah.
To be fair, Alice just fixed her hair. And also, I want to make fun of Alice's giant sheet of paper. Alice, I think we need some notes today. So it's like one of those comedy sketches. We got Evie's handprint on the back and then just try to read it from
Well,
there.
Tom, if you're making fun of me, do you want to start with your story about the ant and what amazes you?
No, that's not an interesting story at all. But we're going to jump straight into favourite moment of last week. Let's go.
Okay, for me it was Prams in the Park at Parkrun, Aberdeen Beach Parkrun. There was a nice turnout of mums with buggies, mums not with buggies, but it was just awesome because loads of people were like, wow, really inspired, like you're running with buggies, that's so cool. But my goal across the whole of Aberdeen is for it to be the norm, like a bit like Scandinavia, you know? I think like if Parkrun could have that many buggies every week and people were just like, cool buggies, you know, it wasn't a big deal.
What is it about Scandinavia?
Well, you know, they leave their babies outside to sleep and stuff. You know, like it's just like, I don't know. It's just
Alice wants to live in a world where we can leave our babies outside.
No, but it's like...
No, I know what you mean.
Like they're naturally brought up in fresh air and it's just the norm and it's their day-to-day life. I don't know, I'm being very generic. It's probably...
This is all... to be fair, my favourite part of last week ties in with this because it was the Noidart Inverie. I've been pronouncing it wrong this whole time. On the west coast, Glenfinnan walk with the Edinburgh Rebels to Inverie and Noidart to go to the most remote pub in Scotland, the Old Forge.
I think it's called Canoidart.
Why do people watch these? This is a little insight into our working relationship. This is all it's meant to be, is a brain dump of what goes on in our week that we try and figure out. This is actually a really good idea. Favourite part, but no. A topic of conversation was, it was a 45-kilometre walk, A to B, and then we got the boat back to Malik. We got the boat back. Reset. But epic trip, epic people, great experiences, beautiful scenery. And the great thing about it is, again, it's that coming together of the community. So it ties in a little bit with the vision that we spoke about last week, which we still haven't narrowed down. You know what? I don't think it's a bad thing that we haven't, because we haven't this far. Like we know it. I think we live it. We breathe it. I think you guys do as well, which is ace. But the boot camps are really just a way for us to train for the other areas of our lives. Like it brings everyone together. It helps you sleep better. It helps you feel better. It's great for your mental health. It means we can do amazing hikes like the one we did last weekend. It means you get the Prams mums out to run Geary for a great buzz. Did you do parkrun as well?
So we did parkrun on a Saturday and then there was a bunch who did run Geary.
Did you mention parkrun? What was your
No,
favourite
I was
again?
talking about parkrun.
But run Geary as well, though. Same thing, you know, the training goes for it and then you have this amazing experience. And it's the same. So this Saturday we've got beach training, which we're really excited for. It's one of our favourite sessions of the year that we do. We normally do a couple a year. But it's the same idea. We come down, you guys show up, we all get beasted, you guys get beasted on the beach with the sand dune sprints. It's the Balmedi Sand Slam, we're calling this one. 40 spaces only, so get yourself signed in.
But yeah, I think it's bringing it back to Rebel being about the community.
Sorry, I hadn't got to the community park. So we're going to talk about the dip. So we do a sea dip and we go for breakfast, which is the community part.
Which is the community part, but also, like you brushed on it, but because we're promoting a healthy lifestyle, we want, if someone's saying, oh yeah, let's do this hike at the weekend, we want people to be like, yeah, cool, I can do that, rather than, oh my God, no, I could never climb Sculty, or I couldn't do a 40k hike to the most remote pub in Scotland. Whereas if you have that baseline fitness level, you can say yes to more stuff without feeling so nervous. And that's why it's so important to push yourself when you're down at boot camp, so that you are getting fitter and stronger. And like, we are a community, so all fitness levels are always welcome. And
all we ask is that you show up, you know, you show up and you push yourself. And we'll support you either way. Whatever that level is for you, that's great. But
going back to like the vision that we spoke about yesterday, because it's so cool when people tell us at boot camp or message us and be like, oh, I was just watching your YouTube video. We're like, what?
57 views. Viral.
But you said you spoke to James from Westbourne about...
Oh yeah, he had ideas. What was he's tried. Well, he thought it'd be a really good idea to come up with a game, like we could drop a word into this.
Well, it's not a game, Tom, if you tell everyone that that's what...
Well, it is, because if you watch it, you guys know the word, which could be like squash. And if we said squash at boot camp, those of you who watch the video know.
Oh, I didn't get that was... Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then so those of you who don't know are the ones who get punished with an exercise of sorts or a lap in the park, where the ones who viewed the YouTube get a free pass. I quite like that idea. It was also coming up with, was it taglines, I think? Not sold on this one. We've never...
But we love to hear the ideas anyway, you know, even if it's like...
Morris wants us to start doing challenges.
I think we spoke about this already in a YouTube Morris's challenges, have we?
No, not yet. What were some of them?
So it was like for Tom to eat what?
An eating challenge.
It was an eating challenge where Tom, well, one of them would eat what like Evie would eat in a day. And it was Easter weekend. And I was like, that wouldn't be hard because it's like six Easter eggs.
Yeah.
So.
Cara was saying we're really funny, which we definitely don't try to be. I think this is just our life. Don't
sound too depressed about it, Tom.
But no, right, let's talk about what's going on this week then. Mm-hmm. Again, like you said last time, I think it's mainly taken up by Saltire and building up for the weekend. We're there with the volunteers. We've got a great group. I'm going to start to get in touch with everyone. I'm going to follow up if there's anyone around, maybe on the Friday, Saturday or Sunday, just for a single shift, which would be good. Sponsorships. I mean, actually off the back of the YouTube video, Caroline got in touch and said, hey, we're keen to get involved. And we're really excited about chatting to those guys. They've got some ace ideas already.
I'm buzzing for that.
So we're going to talk to them a bit more about what they can bring.
And the t-shirt sponsors, all confirmed. T-shirts have been ordered. So that's a huge weight off the shoulders.
Let's shout them out now.
Mac Architect.
And?
Taylor Architect. And not only that, but we've got female t-shirts this year, which we've never done. It's always been unisex, which we all know the unisex t-shirts are actually...
Well, so touch on this a bit, Ali, because it's actually, there's a whole thing called She Races, and this is actually really interesting. Yeah. And this is a big criteria of it.
Yeah, so She Races are an organisation that are trying to get more women into racing. And we're quite lucky at Saltire because we've got a 50-50 ratio of female to males that take part.
Which is apparently rare.
Yeah, but they're talking about how... you know, there should be female-sized t-shirts at the end of races. There should be sanitary products available. If you fall pregnant, you should be able to defer for a year or 2 years if you're entered into a race.
So what sort of race is this?
No, it's not. It's not. But you know, that's all. Like that's all what they believe in. And that's just a couple of things they touch on. So we became associated with them. Is that the word, associated?
Yeah. I mean,
last
Connected.
year, because I feel quite passionate about it. So anyway, the t-shirt sponsors were willing to, because it costs a little bit more to get different style t-shirts and things, but it was nice to know that they were up for it as well. So
no, I mean, really what we're trying to understand is how different is the race going to feel having 400 people there compared to the 180 that we had the year before. And it's all the little subtle things that make such a big difference to make it flow better. Because all we want on this race, number one thing that we focus on, is we just want everyone to have an amazing experience, depending, look at the size of that glass to your head. We want everyone to have a good experience based on whatever their goal is. So you've got your runners who want to do 100 plus miles in 24 hours, phenomenal. Then you've got your teams who want to show up and have a good time and just get round and survive. And, you know, we want to create an atmosphere where all of that's possible. Everyone's cheering each other on. Everyone's invested. How do we make that happen?
And so one of the things we've done is we're putting names on the race numbers this year. So they're going to look a bit cool and have people's names on, which is going to be awesome because you see these people again and again and again, and we do forget their names, but not this year.
Yeah.
They will have to have it on show at all times.
So we'll do some more prep around that. We'll probably head out to Knockburn a bit more, start planning the route. Not planning the route, it's all sorted, but, you know, just trying to analyse every single part.
Where the hours are.
Danny's coming on really well, who's our, not student trainer, but kind of taking on Ellie's role. So he's done a few sessions with us now. He's starting to run some sessions, just waiting to carry back about his level 2, but jump straight in, social, chatty, shows initiative, which is really exciting. And now what we want to do is try and find out the best way to use him. So he can come on as a second trainer, and that's fine. But I think there's more that can be on offer. So like, do we change the style of sessions that we run where he's involved? So like, does it become a bit more on the move? Does it, like, can we come up with any sort of different ideas to make it a bit more interesting than just normal boot camp in the park? Because I think you want to make the most of having the second trainer there, because that helps us push you guys, helps you guys feel supported. So we've been brainstorming that a little bit, and we need to chat to Danny about what's next.
And if you see him in the park, give him some chat, say hello, because it's nice when the members get to know the trainers as well. He's super personable. Really,
He'll be at beach training as well.
Yeah, he'll be at beach training. And if you have feedback, you know, feel free to pass it on to us. If you have ideas of how we can get him more involved, you know, we love to hear it.
What else? I mean, there's lots. We had a great chat with
the account, with Nicole.
With Nicole.
Our accountant.
What's the name?
Alva
Accounting in Stonehaven. She's like going above and beyond being an accountant, really.
She was basically our therapist.
What you see here is normally how our meetings go, and it's all over the place, because I think in the 11 minutes now, we just touch upon a fraction of what we're trying to work on and figure out. And actually, these videos have been great for helping us kind of narrow down and stay focused on what we need. But like, I'll touch upon it quickly, because again, I don't want to make it too long, but it's really just based around making a sustainable business. What's next? What do we want from Rebel? How do we move it forwards? How do we help you guys get the most from Rebel? That's always kind of at the forefront of our mind. And what, you wouldn't be surprised, that's a little bit scattered behind the scenes. You know, we get pulled left, right, and center for what's going on. So, you know, we know the numbers kind of, but nothing's kind of concrete. So I think the more we can understand what's going on, the more we can make better decisions. Does that make sense? It's hard to kind of explain. I think that's, again, we'll probably get better at explaining it the more we do this video. Just like I say, it's for us as well as for you guys, kind of. That's why we started them. But, you know, we're going to have a face-to-face sit-down where we kind of articulate this a little bit more. And you know what? Maybe we'll include you in some of that. I don't know if people want the behind-the-scenes. I don't know if we film some of it. This is where you become total influencers, isn't it? I don't know if people want to sit down and see our accounting meeting, or maybe you do.
Oh, I don't know.
Just to get, you know, but oh God, we say this all the time, but just to get you guys involved. You know, you guys are so passionate about Rebel, and we love having you involved. We love having you invested in the way you are. So actually, yeah, maybe it's a good thing. Let us know. Every video we finish, we're like, oh, tell us what we should be doing. We don't know, so give us some direction. We do. I joke, kind of.
Okay, Tom, that's about
right. 30
3 minutes
minutes.
of waffle.
Right. See you guys later. Bye.